Hello students. So in chemistry we have finished both the chapters which I know unit syllabus, unit 1 syllabus, language of chemistry and gas laws. I have explained the gas laws to you and side by side I have done some numericals with you. So today I'll take a few more numericals. These are from your textbook. There are a lot of numericals in your textbook on page number 123 and 124, right? So I am taking up now on page number 123, question number 6, 7 and 8, right? And the language of these numericals, if it is clear to you, numericals can be done very easily. I'll read the sixth numerical. It goes like this. A certain mass of gas occupied 850 milliliter ml is unit for volume, at a pressure of 760 millimeter of mercury. That means this is pressure. So they have given volume and pressure. Then on increasing the pressure, I think I have done this question. Question number 6, I have done it. I have done in one of my lectures. I have done it. I'll take question number 7. Question number 6, now I remember. I have done it while I was explaining you Boyle's law. In that class I have done this. So let's take question number 7. It is required to reduce the volume of a gas by 20% by compressing it at constant pressure. I think I have done this also. I have a feeling I have done this. If the gas attains... No, I have not done it. Let's do it. Question number 7, let's do it. It is required to reduce the volume of a gas by 20% by compressing it at a constant pressure. Children, you should cut off this word by compressing it, because if it is at constant pressure, you will not be compressing it, right? Compressing would be possible when you are applying more pressure. So just cut these words by compressing it, and we'll continue with the question. At a constant pressure. To do so, the gas has to be cooled. If the gas attains a final temperature of that much, find the initial temperature of the gas. Okay, so let's start it. It's question number 7 on page number 123. Alright. Question number 7. Page 123. It is required to reduce the volume of a gas by 20% at a constant pressure. To do so, the gas has to be cooled. If the gas attains a final temperature of this thing of 157 degrees centigrade, find the initial temperature. So we'll write again the same headings: initial, final, volume and temperature. Pressure is constant, volume, temperature. The gas is to be cooled, and the initial temperature, the final temperature is 157 degrees centigrade. 157 degrees centigrade. Alright, let's read the question again. It is required to reduce the volume of a gas by 20%. Original volume is not given. Let that original volume be X. Unit, up to you. You can write ml. It is to be reduced by 20%. That means this should be you reduce or you subtract 20% from this. So volume, second volume should be X minus 20% of X, which is nothing but what? X by 5. So if you take LCM, it will be what? 4x by 5 milliliters. It would be how much? 4x by 5 milliliters. Simple. You subtract 20% of that, it would be 4x by 5 milliliter. You have to find the initial temperature. If pressure is constant, which law will be taking? We'll be taking Charles law. So Charles formula. But remember, all temperature values are always converted to Kelvin scale. Do not put, if you put it in centigrade scale, you will not get any marks for that question, because all your values would be incorrect in that case. So 0 and 13, 3, 430 Kelvin. Okay, Charles' formula. V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2. We have to find T1, so I'll cross multiply, right? I'll take this to this side and this side. So you get, alright, I'll first write like this. T1 or T1 is equal to V1 T1 upon V2. Let's find the value. Let's substitute. T1 would be equal to V1 is X, T1 is it should be T2. Cross multiply T2 it should be. T2 is 430 and V2 is 4x by 5. So we can take reciprocal 4x and 5 in the numerator. Alright. Now let's reduce it. Cancels off. 2, 2, 1, 5. So 5 times 25, 2 carried over, 5 is a 5 plus 1, 5 plus 2, 7, 5 2 is a 10 by 2. Divide by 2, 5, 3, 7.5 Kelvin. Always express your answer in degree centigrade. For calculations we go to Kelvin, but when we express our answer we should preferably, or always make it as a rule, always convert it to centigrade scale. So to convert to centigrade scale, we know we have to subtract 273.5 minus 273.5. 7 minus 3, 4. Carry. 13 minus 7, 6. 4 minus 2, 6. So it is 264.5 degrees centigrade is initial temperature. So if the initial temperature is this much and if it is cooled to 157 degrees centigrade, the volume would be reduced by 20%. Reduced by and reduced to. These two are different things. Reduced by 20%, we just subtract 20% from the original. And if the word is written reduced to, so whatever is remaining is 20% only. Okay. Now let's take the next numerical, which is question number 8. It goes like this. Well, mark it important, children, because again you should be careful about just now what I've said, reduced to or reduced by. Simple language consideration, you will be taking care of that. Question number 8 would again explain you that. It says, at a given temperature, the pressure of a gas reduces to 75%. So whatever is the initial pressure, it becomes 75%. It remains only 75% of the initial value. And the volume increases by 40%. Increases by 40% of its initial value. That means whatever is original, we add 40% of that to the original. Increases by 40%, right? Find this temperature if the initial temperature was minus 10 degrees centigrade. Always read the language carefully. It would be, numericals are very simple because you have seen formulas are so simple. So numericals are equally simple. So question number 8. At a given temperature, the pressure of a gas, now they have not given initial pressure also and initial volume also, they have not given. So we'll have to assume. Like in the 7th question, I have assumed initial volume as X. So in this question, both pressure and volume are not given. Only initial temperature is given. So we'll have to assume there will be two variables in this question. So I'll assume let the initial volume be X and let the initial volume pressure be Y, right? And then we'll proceed. So I'll do it on this side only. question number 8. So it says, it goes like this. I'll write it on this side. First again the same headings: initial, final, V1, P1, T1. Now both initial volume and pressure are not given, so I'll take it as X ml milliliter unit and pressure as Y millimeter, whatever unit, it doesn't make any difference, it is as I'm taking millimeter. And initial temperature is minus 10 degrees centigrade. Well, volume, second, pressure, temperature. I have to find this temperature, this I have to find, so this is unknown. Now let's find out V2. Now they are saying the volume is, if the pressure of the gas is reduced to 75%. So this is only 75% of Y, because they are saying pressure is reduced to 75%. So if I reduce it, it is 3/4 Y. Then, and the volume increases by 40%, means X plus 40% of X. To X add 40% of X. Well, it is reducible. It is 2/5. Well, how much it would be? You know, 7x/5. If you take the LCM and all, your final volume is 7x/5. Units would be same, children, milliliter here, and it would be millimeter here. Well, we have got all those values now. According, now I don't need this. Okay. So I have got the values there. Volume, pressure, temperature. I'll again narrate the question to you. It says that in a certain experiment, the volume of a gas pressure of a gas reduces to 75%. So this is 75% of that, and volume increases by 40%. So to X we add 40% of X, we get the second volume. We have to find this temperature. The initial temperature is minus 10 degrees centigrade. So, well, these are the type of numericals which are of course important. So first of all, you have got volume of 2 and pressure 2. One more important thing, you know what is to be done here? Add 273, do not forget that, plus 273, apply rules of integers, opposite sign always subtract. So it would be 263 Kelvin. Then the gas equation, we will be using gas equation because both temperature and pressure are changing. V1 P1 upon T1 is equal to V2 P2 upon T2. Now I have to find temperature in the second case. So I will cross multiply. So it is V2 P2 T1 upon V1 P1. Right? Cross multiply. So what is temperature? Second condition. V2, I'll put that. Since all are multiplying, see, all are, there is no plus or minus sign in between. This is one single term with all factors here. So 5 can directly be written in the denominator. P2 is 3y/4. T1 is 263. V1 is X. P1 is Y. Well, as you can see, we have the variables are reducible. X and Y can be reduced. X cancels with X, Y cancels with Y. No other reducible factor. So, well, we'll have to multiply and divide. So, we don't have any reducible factor. So, I have to multiply by 263 by 21, or I can do it in 2 steps. It would be equaling. So, I'll do it in 2 steps, no problem. So, first I multiply by 7. 7 3 times is 21, 2 in hand. 7 6 are 42 plus 2, 44. 7 2 are 14 plus 4, 1841 into 3 by 20. Next step. 3 times. So 3 to 1 is 3, 3 4 12, 3 8 24 plus 1 25, 5 3 2 by 20. Now I'll just divide by 2, and for 0 I'll just shift the decimal because it is non-reducible, so it would be a decimal value. So to adjust the 0 I'll shift the decimal 1 place towards left hand side. I don't need any lot of calculations in that. So I divide by 2 orally. 2 7 6 1.5 divided by 10. Well, what is your answer then? Adjust the 0. 276.15 Kelvin. Well, as I said, we always convert into degree centigrade. So this will not be an answer. I'll put a bit off. So temperature, the second condition is this, or 276.15 minus 263. So it would be what? 0.153. Okay. So my answer is final temperature. Final temperature is 3.15 degree centigrade is the final temperature. Alright, I'll just quickly once again tell the numerical. Volume is increased by 40%, so we add 40%. Pressure is reduced to 75%, so only 75% remaining. Find final temperature. If initial temperature is minus 10, at 273 we convert to Kelvin. Then use gas equation. I just cross multiplied, change the subject to temperature 2, substituted the values and reduced it, right? Divided by 20, so I have divided by 2 and then I just shifted decimal to adjust for this 10, one place to left hand side. And finally I have subtracted, see I have made a mistake, it is 273. To subtract 273 to convert it to centigrade scale. So you get the final temperature. So question number 6 I have taken earlier, 7 and 8 is done. So let me take some more numericals from your book. Now you can try numericals from other books also if you want, but in your book on these two pages, page 20, 123 and 124, there are a lot of numericals given already. There are a lot of solved examples. If you practice these on your own, it would give you sufficient practice, right? And if you have doubts, of course, you should try it again. Still you have doubts, you can always mark it. When we resume classes, you can ask at that time. Alright, now I am taking up, okay. On the next page, page 124, it is unit test paper, right? So it is question number 3, second question. I'll take up, these are very easy. I'll take up question number 3, second and fourth, second, fourth, maybe second, fourth and fifth, 3 numericals. Or let's see, second and fifth. I'll take second as and fifth, right? So second and fifth, you can mark it. Second and fifth numerical, question number 3 on page 124. Alright. So it is page 124, question number 3, second part. I'll read it. A gas X at minus 33 degrees centigrade is heated to 127 degrees centigrade at constant pressure. So it means it is Charles. Calculate the percentage increase in the volume of the gas. Okay, they have not given volume, no problem. Wherever volume or any unknown variable is there, we assume X or Y like that. So it is not a big issue, but it is at constant pressure. So again we take the headings initial, final, V1, T1, V2, T2. First and foremost, I'll just put the values and then we'll see what is to be done. A gas is at minus 33 degrees centigrade. Is heated to 127 degrees centigrade. Find the percentage increase in the volume of gas. Percentage increase. Well, you have done in mathematics. I'll write it here. Percentage increase means increase upon original into 100. Will you give you that how much is the increase compared to the original into 100 will give you the percentage increase. So that means I need to find V2 and V1 is not given, so let's assume that V1 be X milliliters. Now, before we start, again remember add 273. Well, opposite side always subtract 240 Kelvin plus 273. Same sign always add 400 Kelvin. Which law? Charles law, Charles equation. Charles equation. V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2. I have to find V2, so I'll cross multiply. So V2 is equal to V1 T2 upon T1. Well, I'll substitute the values. Okay, I'll do it here. So V2 is equal to V1 X T2 400 upon 240. Whatever is reduced, we'll reduce it. Okay. So 106 5 by 3. So V2 is equal to 5x by 3. Initial is x and volume in the second case is 5x by 3. To find percentage increase, I should find out how much is the increase from original, how much it has increased. So I'll find out increase in volume. Increase in volume. So from final volume, I'll subtract the original volume. Well, LCM you know is this. So from 5 we subtract 3, 2x by 3. This is the increase in volume. Okay. So now percentage increase. Increase in volume upon original into 100. Okay, I'll rub that side. So let's take it there. Percentage increase. It is x upon 1, so we take reciprocal. 2x by 3 reciprocal into 1 upon x into 100. 200 by 3, 66. It is recurring 0.67%. So what is the percentage increase in the volume? 66.66. It is recurring. So we can always round off. Always find your answer correct to 2 places of decimal. So it is 66.67 degree centigrade. Alright. Now I just want to complete your discuss just one more question, that is question number 5 with you all. I'll do it. Question number 5. I'll read it for you all. A gas X is collected over water. Now when any gas is collected over water, some water molecules water vapor would also be added to that, right? So it would not be a dry gas. So the pressure exerted would be by the gas molecules also and by the water molecules, water vapor molecules also. So if I have to find pressure exerted by the gas itself, or if I have to compare the pressure, then, okay, I first read the question, then you will understand. It says a gas excess collector of water at 17 degrees centigrade and 750 millimeter pressure. Now this 750 millimeter pressure which is given also includes the pressure exerted by water molecules. The 750 is the pressure exerted by gas plus water molecules. So if I have to compare pressure in my equation, this question, then from 750 we have to subtract pressure exerted by water vapor molecules, and that is called as vapor pressure, which is given in the brackets at the end of the question, that at 17 degrees centigrade vapor pressure is 14 millimeter. So when I am going to put this value of pressure, initial pressure, it will not be 750. From 750 we will subtract this 14 millimeter, which is the pressure exerted by water molecules. So that's the only new change from remaining questions. Let's continue further. If the volume of the gas collected is so much, 50 cc, calculate the volume of dry gas at STP. Let's do this question. Okay. Let's write down. I'll write it. Initial final V1, P1, T1. V2, P2, T2. So what is the original volume? If the volume of the gas collected is 50 cc, original volume is 50 cc. And the original pressure is 750, but this is including moisture. So from this we subtract 14, vapor pressure is to be subtracted. So you get 6, 4 minus 1, 3, 736 millimeter. Remember, this is the important step here, that vapor pressure is to be subtracted. If it is a moist gas, we have to subtract the vapor pressure so that you get the pressure of the gas itself. And temperature is 17 degrees centigrade. I will add 273, 290 Kelvin. We have to find volume at STP, standard pressure and temperature. Standard pressure 760 millimeter, same unit, and temperature 273 Kelvin. Gas equation, because both temperature and pressure have changed. Gas equation V1 P1 upon T1 is equal to, I have to find V2, so I'll cross multiply. So V2 is V1 P1 T2 upon T1 P2. Substitute the values 50, 736, 273, 290, 760. You will do the calculations, and if it is not reducible, find your answer, correct to 2 places of decimal, and finally put the unit so many cc. See, whatever is the unit given in the question, same unit should be used there. So in the same way, question number 3, then you have numericals on page 124. Lot of numericals are there. The objective questions, reasoning questions, you should practice all this and complete this. This is the important chapter, children. Numericals would definitely be asked, right? In the board examination also, it's a good percentage of questions on numericals. So this finishes unit test syllabus. So complete it, practice, do well, and maintain these numericals in your register as your assignment. Take care, children. God bless you.